people, what's going on, welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes, make sure that you're leaving your comments in here below, people. Let me know what you thought about the game, let me know who you thought your man of the match was, let me know what you think about my thoughts as well, people. You know what I'm saying? And big up every single person who's been leaving all the nice comments in here, people. You know what I mean? We're pushing, we're nearly at 10k, we'll get there real soon, man. You know what I mean? 7.5k right now, we move, blood, yeah? But listen, Chelsea 2, Fluminense 0, and Thiago, bro, I love you, yeah? I've got love for you, like the way I love my unks, yeah? But I told you after the last game, blood, that you're next, yeah? Because this team right now is giving me the belief going into any single game, any single opponent that we've got, that we are going to win that game, that we are going to fight in that game, yeah? That we're going to show real quality on the ball, that we're going to create chances on the ball, that we're going to defend our box, right? That we're going to fucking counter press you, that we're going to fucking make you work for that win, yeah? Make you work for the chances that you're going to get, right? And that all comes from above, yeah? That all comes from Maresca setting the team up the way he has been. Maresca offering all that clarity, bro, in terms of where you need to be off the ball, where you want to be on the ball. When this guy's running, you need to be here. When Enzo's on the ball, Nkunku, you need to be there. Pedro, you need to be here. Neto, you need to be here, yeah? Everyone understands their role in this team, bro, and it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to watch, yeah? The likes of Neto right now, it's very clear to me to see that Neto is now getting used to playing in a possession style team. Because when he first came to Chelsea, he spoke about it after some of the games that we played in the Conference League and that. He said, I played a lot of transitional football. I need to get used to this system, and it's something that I'm learning every day. I'm getting better by the week, right? Because one of the main things that I've criticised Neto about this season is how he's not been taking many risks on the ball, right? How he's been very much taking the ball, you know, he dances with it, twitches with it, crosses it in, yeah? I don't want to be seeing that from my wingers consistently, bro. I know you've got a very good left foot, Neto. Very, very good left foot, and you've got a very good cross, bro. But in Maresca's system, or in any system really for wingers, I want you to be able to take risks. I want that fullback to walk away hating you, yeah? Next time when you buck him, I want him to be like, bro, it's going to be a fucking long day. I don't want him walking away and he's all laughing with his friends and talking to his friends and that. No. I want that fullback to hate you, yeah? I want that fullback every single game to know that he's going to have a fucking game on his hands, right? And that's exactly what I'm starting to see from Neto. I'm starting to see a player that's more confident. I'm starting to see a player that's taking more risks, yeah? I feel like he's getting a lot more love from Chelsea fans right now, even before the whole thing happened with Jota and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Jota, of course, yeah? But I feel like even before that happened, he was starting to get a lot of love from the club and from the fans and that. You know, I go to quite a lot of games and I see how much we appreciate Neto when I'm at games, yeah? You might see a lot of people on social media cooking this guy and that, but the way he works off the ball, on the ball, the quality that he's been showing, the chances he's been creating, the important goals he's been scoring, the assists and that, bro, that's the player that I thought we were signing. And when I was watching him start the season and that, not looking great, it was disappointing for me because I'm like, bro, have we been fucking scammed? But end of the day, you got to give these players time. And there's still more quality to add to this team. You know what I'm saying? But he's taking steps in the right direction. And I love this version of Neto. Because this is what I was seeing at Wolves. Someone that's going to take the ball, do little step overs, and off. Yeah? I've spoken about this many times. You fucking know how to do it, bro. So do it. Yeah? Confidence is key. And that's something that he's clearly building right now. You know what I'm saying? I thought he had a very, very good game. Yeah? Just starting off in terms of the setup. I know I've gone straight into Neto, people, but listen, the game's just finished. We're going right now. You know what I mean? Yeah? But in terms of the setup, how we set up the game, obviously Colwell didn't start in the game, so you had Chalobah and Tosin who started. I wasn't overly concerned about that because we're building a three anyway, right? So I knew Chalobah would end up at right centre-back. Tosin, that was going to be a little bit more central, and Cucurella was the one that was playing at left centre-back. And you had Caicedo that was basically building by himself. You had Nkunku that was playing more in like the sort of right pocket when was on the ball. Palmer was playing at the top of the diamond because we basically had like a diamond shape. So you had Palmer playing at the top of the diamond, Enzo was playing more on the left, and then Neto was holding the width from the left, and then Gusto was holding the width from the right, because obviously Cucurella was the one that was staying back, you know. And initially in the game, you know, we were sort of trying to work each other out. You know, when you're watching boxing and you're seeing two boxers just trying to, you know, jab each other to work each other out, you know, I could clearly see that this was going to be a low block. Initially, they kind of pressed us, but then they were just sitting back. So I knew it was going to be a game where we have to be patient, yeah? I know some people say, oh, you know, this football's boring and that, but at the end of the day, bro, playing ping-pong football, lack of control, that's how people get injured. That's how you concede quickly. That's how you lose your momentum, you lose your confidence. You need to build up, blood, yeah? You need to build up. You need to have a bit of foreplay, blood. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to the main deal, blood. You know what I mean? Yeah? And the main deal was coming real soon because, again, like I've said, I could see Neto getting warm on that side, bro. Getting absolutely warm. And this first half was a little bit different to the last game. Because if you remember the last game, I said how, you know, we was playing a lot of our football centrally. In the first half, I was seeing that we was going wide quite a lot. Yeah? There was one ball that Enzo popped across to Gusto. Gusto crossed it back in. There was a few crosses that Cole Palmer was trying to get into the box and that as well. Was trying to cross the ball in. Trying to cause a little bit of chaos in there. Right? But the first bit of quality comes from Neto. He tries to cross in the ball. It gets cleared to Joao Pedro. And the link-up play, Joao Pedro before that was very good. Before we scored that goal. He took the ball and he played it to Neto first time. Makes that run, goes into the space. Again, the IQ, bro. Knowing where the ball could fall. He gets to it, right? And man just wrapped it perfectly, bro. Yeah? Man just wrapped it perfectly. No hesitating. No dilly-dallying. No roll Z. You know what I mean? Perfect technique. And I know right now he's fucking burning because he's playing against his former team, so he didn't really want to celebrate like that. Because at the end of the day, people, he wants to be respectful because when it's time to, you know, bake off and you're getting older and your legs are going a little bit, it'll be time to go back to Brazil. We see all these Brazilian players doing this all the time. So he obviously don't want to leave, you know, any bad smell around the room. So I respect him for not celebrating because at the end of the day, I think there is boyhood team as well. You know what I mean? But that was a very, very good goal, bro. The quality that this guy has brought into this team already. The physicality, bro. The height. Because there was one moment in the first half as well where the ball was coming in. Tosin was dealing with it shortly before that. But the next person who dealt with it was Joao Pedro, bruv. Man was at the back post. He just flicks it up like that. You know what I mean? And that's something that I used to speak about a lot in Poch's season, people. If you guys have been here long enough, you would know I used to complain about how bad we was in the box, right? We were shocking in the box, yeah? Now, I look at us in the box and we know how to defend. And again, that's props to Maresca because when it comes to, you know, in training and that, he's telling everyone where they need to be, yeah? He's telling every single person where they need to be. And I like the fact that Pedro, again, off the ball, is tenacious. He's not just a pretty guy that's going to get the ball and, you know, try to link up play and that. He works very hard, bro, for the team, yeah? He was fucking quality in this game. Fucking quality, you know? The second goal that he scores, obviously when we scored the first goal, very, very good that we scored that first goal as well. Because one thing I always say about low blocks, you need to make sure that you score first. Because when you score first, that team has no... They have to now come out. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're shameless and they're going to keep sitting back, they're going to lose. They're going to get smashed. You're going to have to come out to an extent. And after that first goal, they started to come out a little bit more, right? And that's exactly why we got that space that we did for the second goal. Because we win the ball from obviously our half. Enzo gets it, plays a nice outside of the foot pass to Pedro. Obviously, it wasn't the maddest assist because Pedro did a lot of work there. But once again, man just aims it top right, off the crossbar, mad thing, yeah? Normal. And again, he doesn't celebrate again, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? This guy... Because I can't lie to people, because initially I was like, bro, I don't know about Pedro, you know. I don't really know if we should be signing someone like that, because I've been talking about how I want players who are, you know, specialists in their role, right? But when you're bringing in versatile players like this who have the quality that we're looking for, bro, that's all I can ask for. That is all that I can ask for, bruv. You know what I'm saying? That was a fucking fantastic goal. And again, he couldn't celebrate it, but his performance again today was very, very assured, yeah? And it's very telling that he's only been here a second, but Maresca is starting him ahead of Jackson, yeah? Jackson comes on off the bench, you know what I mean? Like, his touch was a bit off. He gets an opportunity there where he can just pass it across to Palmer, get the assist, right? Or bang it across goal. He decides to go near post. You ain't got the tech to be doing that, bro, to be going near post. You're not fucking Esteval like what he did the other day, bro, yeah? If you're going to shoot there, you better fucking score. And if you're going to shoot there, the smart thing to do would be to open up your body and put it top right. Because the keeper was covering the near post. Yeah? Or play it to Palmer. You had to score that chance there, bro. You had to score that chance. And don't you know right now that your days are numbered, bro? Look at what is ahead of you. You've got Pedro ahead of you already. We can comfortably say Pedro's ahead of him. Because today, again, was proof of that. Yeah? Last game, he came on. Yeah? And today he starts, right? Delap's coming back. Delap's not going to... Bro, there's no way Jackson's going to come on before Delap right now. Impossible. That's not happening. Yeah? So it's looking like you're kind of getting pushed out of the club. Yeah? And I'll be real, people. I'm kind of getting to that point now where my patience is running thin because we need to be serious again, right? We need to be serious. I've been very fair on this guy. I try to be as fair as I can with everyone. Whether I like them or not, I try to be as fair as I can, objective as I can, yeah? And I've said many times with Jackson, he came to Europe late, so you can see it in his development, right? We haven't got the time to be carrying passengers, bro. Because when he came on, there was even a moment in the box where he's just falling over, slipping everywhere, and I'm like, broski, we ain't got the time for this. So if we can sell a Jackson and we can bring in Ekitike to replace Jackson, who I think is a better player, I think he's got a better IQ, I think he can link up, play well, and I think he's got a higher ceiling, I'd rather do that. You sell him, you bring Ekitike, I would rather do that, bro. Yeah? But I'm telling you, Jackson is not the guy to be going to war with. You can't depend on this guy. He's too petulant. He's too wasteful in front of goal. You know what I mean? When his head's gone, it is gone. Yeah? My patience is running thin, bro, because we've been in the fucking trenches. I'm not trying to go back there. I am not trying to go back there because 2 years running, I've bigged up the goals that you scored in on your first year, cool, all of that. But last season, we once again nearly missed out on fucking top 4, right? Champions League football because of the amount of chances you kept missing. Yeah? And it's not all on you because you should have never been given the responsibility to be the starting guy all the time. We should have brought in an Osimhen or whatever. I know we tried and he's asking for crazy bread, right? But even Omarodian, listen, I was wrong about him. We should have brought him in. You know what I mean? Yeah? But end of the day, like I said, my patience is running thin with this guy. Every time he comes on now, I just get annoyed because I feel like he's just gonna do something mad. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he's gonna do something mad, bro. Yeah? So listen, with Jackson, I'm very close to saying sell him. I can't even lie, I have to be honest, people. I'm very, very close to saying sell this guy, bruv. Yeah? You get a suitable offer, you bring me a good replacement in Ekitike, we move. Yeah? But someone that's looking, you know, revitalized at the minute is Nkunku. To be fair to him, he should have scored. He should have scored in the first half. There was a cross that came into him. He should have scored that cross, yeah. But in terms of his just overall game right now, bro, you know, the link-up play, the way he's, you know, driving into space, the way he's moving around, the way he's working off the ball, he's looking good. I can't even lie to you, bro. So if we're going to sell him outside of England. Because a revitalized Nkunku is a dangerous Nkunku, yeah? Let's not forget what he was doing when he left Germany. I know he's been moving a bit suspect in that recently at Chelsea, which was mad, very, very out of character. I was looking at a guy that looked like he couldn't even fucking play football anymore. But again, confidence is key here, right? But he was looking good today again. I can't even lie, people. He looked good. You know what I'm saying? In the first half, he was playing more on the right. In the second half, he moved to the left. And I thought he had a decent game. You know what I mean? Apart from there was actually a moment actually where Palmer gave him the ball as well. He should have shot on his second touch. He dilly-dallied for a little bit too long. It nearly went in. Thiago Silva, as he usually does, gets it over the line, off the line even, right? But, you know, he should have done a little bit better than that. Other than that, I thought he was actually quite good. In terms of the defense, again, Sanchez didn't really have much to do. They were shooting at him just to fucking, you know, make the stats look a lot better. Because again, like I keep saying, the way this team counter presses is mad, bro. From back to front, yeah. Cucurella today, the counter pressing, the way he just locked up that winger, he just keeps locking wingers up, right? One thing that used to worry me about this guy is how flat-footed he was when he first came Chelsea, bro. He looked like you could get at him. You just see his afro just bouncing everywhere. You could just get at this guy, bro. Yeah, but he's improved one-on-one drastically, bruv. Drastically. He knows he's one of the more experienced heads in this team. He's played at the highest level, bro. He was literally the best fullback at the Euros. All of these things, all this respect that you start to get from outsiders and that, it helps you in your game because now you're like, alright, cool, I'm rated. Say less. Let me show them what I can do. You know what I mean? He's been looking very, very good, bro. Very good. He nearly, actually it was Gusto that nearly scored the header as well in the first half, if you guys remember, right? But I thought he had a good game. I thought Chalobah was very solid. that penalty, it was not a penalty. I'm glad that got overturned. What do you want him to do, bro? His arm was literally by his body. It was a natural. It was natural for him to have his arm like that, right? But was it the moment in the first half where he just clattered into a guy like after a minute twice as well? Yeah, I thought he was very good. I thought tossing again today, no problems from him. I thought he was solid in the box. He helped us as well. Some of the corners that they had, right? Some of the crossings that they were putting in as well. Yeah, I thought Gusto was a lot more composed today because he was the one that was worrying me in the lineup. I can't lie. You know, there were certain times he was going into the midfield. He wasn't breaking down our attacks today. You know what I'm saying? And I really like this fluidity right now where someone will just vacate a space and someone else will go into it, bro. Someone will vacate a space and someone else will go into it. It's so fluid. It's so hard for oppositions to be able to mark and to understand what's going on when there's just so much movement on the pitch. You know what I mean? It's like busy bees, bro. You're busy bees. 1 second you're here, 1 second you're there, 1 second. You know what I mean? You're just moving about. Yeah? You're hypnotizing people, blood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? So, bro, it's really nice to watch. You had Palmer in the first half. I didn't think he was really involved in the game. And he wasn't as influential in the game. Like I said, I think most of the game was sort of going wide. But in the second half, you saw him growing into the game a lot more. You saw how angry he was when Jackson didn't pass him the ball because that's an easy little tap in there. You know what I'm saying? Enzo, I thought in the first half he was poor, to be honest. He didn't really do much. But in the second half, he started to get on the ball a lot more and started to influence it a lot more as well. I saw he created the most chances in the game once again, bro. So he was quite good in the second half. Same thing as Caicedo. I thought in the first half he was mistiming quite a few tackles, which was, again, out of character for the guy. But in the second half, bro, he was just class again. On the ball, the way he was just driving with it, you know, running past people. Because some people think he's just a destroyer. This guy is very good on the ball. He's got very good drop of the shoulder and that. It might not be as good as Lavia, but he knows his way around the pitch. You know what I'm saying? He'll run past someone, he'll run past another person, and he'll just pop it off. And now you're in all this space. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought he had a much better second half. You know, and obviously with the subs that came on, you had Mudwaki came on. I thought he was shit when he came on. I'll be honest with you, man. His head's doesn't seem like it's here right now. I know he's got things going on with Arsenal and that. He's probably thinking about that. I don't want to get injured and that. My time's done here. No motivation. You know what I'm saying? He was bad when he came on. Dewsbury, interesting guy to come on as well. Listen, with today's game, the amount of subs that you get these days, you get 5 subs now. I'll be more than happy to keep him. Right? And the reason why I would keep this guy is because he knows how to see out games. Very good at pressing, and on the ball, he has the quality as well. And people need to remember, we've got the FA Cup, we've got the Carabao Cup, we've got the Champions League. You know, injuries happen, form happens. We need to make sure that we're able to compete on all fronts, right? And someone like him, playing him in the FA Cups and that, right? It will help us do that. It will help the likes of Enzo and that stay recharged. You know what I'm saying? Stay fit. You know what I mean? So he gives us a different dynamic to Santos and to an essugo, because these two, obviously, they're gonna get more game time than him, I reckon. But if he's happy to stay, I'll be more than happy to keep him. I can't lie. I think he can actually offer something in this team, especially with the 5 subs, like I keep saying. I think he'll get enough minutes, right? And in the other cup competitions as well. I thought he was okay when he came on. Santos, again, when he came on, bro, there was one moment in the box where he just won the ball back for us. That's what I mean. It's so hard to play against Chelsea right now. Yeah, I was seeing Petrovic, Sanchez, and that just eating shots for fun with Poch because there was no midfield. Yeah, there was nothing there. It just felt like every game was going to be high scoring. You can get at Chelsea. Now, bro, you better be happy if you score 1 goal against us, because we're not easy to play against. We're not easy to play against, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But overall, I'm so happy that we're in the final, bro. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that doubted Maresca. I spoke about what this guy was going to do for this team when he came in. I said, if he doesn't work at Chelsea, we are fucking cursed. Because I was watching what he was doing at Leicester, and I was like, bro, with better players, this guy can cook. You know what I mean? This guy can cook, bro. He's always trying to evolve with what he's doing. We're already seeing it with the new systems that he's been trying out and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? And Reece as well, when he came on, I thought he was solid on that side too. You know what I mean? But for me, man of the match, I'm definitely giving it to Joao Pedro, bro. I have to give it to Joao Pedro after those 2 goals. They were fucking brilliant, bro. Yeah? Those goals were unbelievable, man. To score that on your first start for Chelsea, bro. You know what I mean? And what I like about this guy is it's the mentality, what he's saying. He knows himself. He said, bro, I need to score more goals. Because he takes a lot of penalties. He ain't going to be taking them no more of Cole Palmer, right? So I'm glad that he understands that he needs to be scoring more goals in open play. And like he has said himself, he's playing at a big club now. The pressure and the expectations are higher. Yeah, they're higher, bro. So he needs to make sure. And I saw a crazy stat as well that he didn't score a single shot, sorry, outside the box for Brighton. You know what I mean? I was mocking. I actually added Ryan and I let him know and that. But listen, Ryan's cool because he said he's not gonna flop anyway. And for me, I think he's a fucking quality player, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But Sunday, again, it's fucking annoying. I'm not gonna be able to watch the game. I'm gonna try my hardest to watch it somehow. I don't even know how, bruv. Yeah, because I don't think there'll be signal where I'm gonna be. Yeah, but listen, PSG, Real Madrid, bring it on. Whoever it is, I want to see how these guys are gonna cope. You know what I mean? But like I say, keep saying, people, make sure that you're leaving your comments in here below. Let me know who your man of the match was, and let me know what you thought about my thoughts as well, people. In a bit, man. Bless. Love.